Cameroon's English-speaking minority are rebelling. Based mainly in the southwest and the northwest of the country, they make up about 20% of Cameroon's population.
We want our liberation. We want to be free from the Republic.
Dozens of people have been killed in a violent crackdown on protests against the mainly French-speaking government. In recent days, there's been reports of running battles between youths and the army. 2 military police officers were also killed this week during a raid on a security checkpoint. The police and the army have now been deployed to the English-speaking regions in large numbers.
Turning left and right and seeing only police and military people gives me a lot of tension and it gives me fright.
So how did we get here? Well, in the late 19th century, Germany colonized Cameroon. But after their defeat in World War I, it was divided up between the French and the British. Then, in 1961, following a referendum, the French and British colonies united to form Cameroon. Many English speakers accused the Francophone majority of discrimination, including excluding them from top civil service jobs. So this recent wave of protests began last year when the use of French was imposed in schools and in the courts. These demonstrating lawyers were tear-gassed before being dispersed by the police. So what happens now? Long-standing president of Cameroon, Paul Biya, hasn't really said much about the situation. But in a Facebook post on October the 1st, he did condemn the violence and call for dialogue. But as demands for independence have grown, the government says that the country's unity is non-negotiable. Arrest warrants have now been issued for 15 secessionist leaders. The fear now is that the violence will escalate if calls for an independent state continue.
On Cameroon, 24 Congress people wrote to you yesterday urging you to ask for a consultation or AOB on the killings that are taking place in Cameroon. What do you think of it?
I haven't seen that letter, but I would certainly be open to it. I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Thanks, Ambassador.
What about Cameroon? On Cameroon, 24 Congress people wrote to you yesterday urging you to ask for a consultation or AOB on the killings that are taking place in Cameroon. What do you think of it?
I haven't seen that letter, but I would certainly be open to it. I wouldn't have a problem with it. Thank you very much.
The letter has been delivered. The answer has been given. Paul Biya, we'll see you at the ICC.
3 of them from New York and Mississippi.
Right, and they are. This is key. This is key.
And Collins. Those are the 3.
And let's hear that story. The U.S. mission. So a letter went today. We added a tag at a request of one of the organizers of the letter. 24 Congress people wrote to Nikki Haley. These are serious Congress people. Daniel Donovan, Elliot Engel. What could be more serious than Elliot Engel? Elliot Engel, Adriano Asperlat. They all wrote to Nikki Haley, the inhabitant, during the daytime of this building, the U.S. mission to the UN, asking her to do what the UK and France have refused to do, which is to have a simple meeting on the situation in Southern Cameroon in the UN Security Council.